Alright, all seems to be fine. They all got off the line. That's cool.
Good stuff. So no DCs or ADs or any of those funny things.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to our 2 viewers so far. GTSSA League of Ladies Race 7. Tonight we got the ladies on the dirt rally course, Fisherman's Ranch, and then the GRB cars, bit of a selection, so maybe take us through them, Stan.
Sorry, Stephen, I didn't follow there. I was just busy.
No, just who's in what car, and your thoughts on tonight's race.
Alright, well, we've got Mrs. AR Outlaw in the Peugeot Pikes Peaks. I think it's a popular car for tonight. In a nice Superwoman livery. Very interesting livery, but it's good. Then we've got MBLB 011. Very interesting choice of car she's got. She's in a Honda NSX. Plain white livery. Mrs. M&M has got a black Peugeot Pikes Peak. Vanach Floy is also in the Peugeot Pikes Peak, and then Mrs. Vanach in the Pug as well. So only Margot that went brave and went for the NSX.
Yeah, definitely. Is it Pikes Peak or is it just the RCZ?
No, it's the Pikes Peak.
No, I've never even looked. Yeah, so Margot's gone with the NSX. I'm wondering if there's some strategy there, or I think they're all fairly similar. I was actually expecting to see a couple Fords after our tar track on the Ford last night. I thought possibly they would be more used to it. So qualifying is on now, correct?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now. Yeah, sorry. Fruity Spine just entered and she's in the Subaru.
Okay, there we go. So
very burnt livery, purple and orange stripes inside.
Yeah, she's always in the most colourful cars. One of our regulars, Bev Mini Cooper Bev, she's unfortunately not able to race tonight, so down one of the regulars, but yeah, we still got these 6 at the moment, so I'm expecting lots of fun and games, possibly some crashes and spins, and we're just waiting for 8 o'clock to get qualifying started.
Correct, yes. I'll get the date going as soon as we get 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so
Quali starts as soon as we get 8 o'clock. Yeah. So quali will be outlap and a flyer. So there's no 10-minute quali tonight. So we'll see who can perform under pressure.
Yeah, just while we waiting, I see Hassan in the comments said the NSX is the best rally car in the game. What do you mean? We've got stiginated in there, less downforce on that VTEC, more top end. Also, while we're waiting, just a reminder, TGN Racing Simulators and Track Art are our Ladies League sponsors, so big shout out to them. That's Mr. Eminem and Mrs. Eminem, who's also a participant, so great to see the support from them. Jump on their social media, Facebook, Instagram, check out their pages, give them a like. Yeah, just riding on board with AR Outlaw for a little bit here.
Sorry, I resetted the track. We're going to get quali going in a minute. Apologize for that.
No stress.
Alright, so once the track loads, quali is live.
It's a totally new thing for the Ladies League, having a dirt rally race. You can hear the VTEC kicking in on that NSX.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big learning curve for these ladies. I think they'll adapt.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they have gone ahead, but they mentioned having a chat party open. They were practicing together the other day, and I believe there was lots of giggling while they were driving between the bunch of them. Welcome Ian. I see we got Fruity for the win. Deerbolt, good luck ladies. Obviously Mr. Finnick. ATM chip tuning, welcome. Great to see you supporting the ladies. Send the link out to all your wives, girlfriends, daughters. Get them keen. We need a few more of the female competitors here.
Yeah, we must grow this league so that it can compete with the gents.
Yeah.
Good bunch of dedicated ladies that's racing, and we'd like to have that group grow a little bit more.
Definitely. I believe, well, we know from watching a couple of the previous races when we threw the guys on afterwards, there's a few ladies here that are already competing with some of the gents and taking them on. I think it was season 1 on the SF AR Outlaw. Annika, she was in pool 5, if I'm correct. We've also got Mrs. Finnick. I think Fruity Spine and MBLB taking part in the GTSSA League, also far from the lower pools. And then I know MBLB Margot, she's also taking part in the ATK series, the only lady there.
Oh, great stuff. What's your predictions, Stephen? What is
Chaos.
okay.
No, I think Annika's probably been practicing extra hard. Obviously last round she had that incident where I think it was Floy crashed on the pit wall and she hit her, which possibly cost her the win. And then the previous round she also had a spin incident, so I think she hasn't won the last 2 rounds, so she'll definitely be looking to get back on track. We know Mrs. Eminem, Fruity Spine, definitely Mrs. Finnick, they're always up there. Margot's also never to be counted out, and Floy. But yeah, I think my money's on AR Outlaw tonight, which means I'll probably jinx her and be totally wrong.
No, it was an unfortunate incident the last round. She was totally caught off guard there, cost her the win. So I'm sure she'll try to make amends tonight. And then I'd probably say Mrs. Finnick has been her most closest rival to date.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
between the two of them, I think it's going to be quite a battle. And yeah, like you said, never discount Mrs. Eminem.
Yeah, she won the race last time out.
Yes, in the little Alpha.
No, in the Peugeot.
Yeah.
I think Floy was right on her tail in the Alpha. Not Floy, Fruity, sorry. Fruity Spine.
Football, yes.
Yeah.
The Alpha.
Just taking a look at Mrs. Eminem's Peugeot, quite a nice livery on it. Obviously showing the team colours, track art and TGN. I think a special effort just to make a one-off livery is always great to see her and Annika.
Yeah, some great looking cars tonight. Floy,
Mrs. Finnick as well.
She's got a blue and white livery going.
Yeah, Anton shouting at me. I think I called Annika AR Outlaw, not Outlaws. So yeah, definitely thanks for the correction, Anton. We got...
Well, the ladies are on their flying lap, so as you can see, Anneke is first on track. She's about 1.5 minutes into the lap, so it's quite a long lap. We're looking at about the 3-minute 20 mark, so we'll see how the ladies do.
So right on board through this second or third sector, 45.5. Just follow the cars behind and see where they're standing. Obviously they don't have a reference lap, so we won't be able to say who's ahead other than by checking each sector. Fruity comes through
fine. 5 seconds back, more or less. But take it back. Another 7 seconds. Oh, they're coming through quick,
yeah. Definitely AR Outlaw in the lead at the moment. Mrs. M&M getting a big drift on. She's next to come through the sector.
Followed by Vanage Floyd.
Yeah. We obviously haven't done too much dirt in the GTSSA League. I think only once. I've done the campaign races, but how's your knowledge on dirt in GTSA, in GT Sport?
Well, I've got some experience.
Yeah, but what do you need to do? Obviously stay off the walls.
Well, the thing is, people think that to go quickly you need to slide the car. That's actually the opposite. The smoother you can keep it on the dirt and maximize grip out of the corners without sliding, that's where the trick lies. So you're going to have to brake super early and get the benefit of drive out of the corners. Sliding a car is not the quickest way, although you see it as rally drivers do. They tend to slide the car, but in GT, just take it easy, don't slide the car, maximize corner exit.
Yeah, try to stay on the lighter coloured brown surface as well. I see Annika coming through with a 18.9. First one over the line, definitely a very quick lap there. Fruity Spine 4 seconds further back, Margot 4 seconds behind her. Mrs. M&M just had an incident, and her Finnick and Floyd still have to finish. A good evening to Mr. M&M in the comments, Mr. TGN Simulators, Racing Simulators, good to have you with us. Riding on board with your wife at the moment.
Let's see what she does when she crosses the line. She's got 2 corners to go, then she's got the line.
Yeah, and we're very close to starting the race with the other 2 right behind her.
She's at a 337.
Yeah, she had a couple spins I saw towards the end there.
Mrs. Finnick goes in with a third with a 224.
And Finnick Floyd 6 with a 44. So
yeah, and M&M 373. Alright, so let's get the race going, guys. Start the race. There we go. Good luck, ladies. Gents, people watching, enjoy the race, guys. These ladies are thrown into the deep end tonight. It's going to be fun.
okay, so hopefully no disconnects or any funny stuff like that. Let's see.
Do we have an issue with... Oh, there we go.
Just the network service taking a little bit long.
Way off. Looks like everybody's getting off the line, so off it goes.
Yeah, and we're away. I think this is going to be a bit of a race of attrition, staying on the track, avoiding the walls for 8 laps is going to be difficult, so look forward to it. Who do you see challenging Annika after qualifying?
Well, Well, if she gets a clean breakaway, she'll be gone. She's got quite a big pace advantage if you take qualifying into consideration. But then it's so easy to make a mistake, and being one lap qualifying only, you don't know if the others made mistakes and could maybe challenge for that pole position. But I'd say Mrs. Fanach and Mrs. M&M is probably the two that will challenge. But being ground, we don't know how these ladies perform on gravel, so we'll see. It's a completely different ball game tonight.
Definitely. We had Fruity Spine in second. Mrs. Fanach leant on her a little bit in the corner and managed to get through. She is about 3-4 tenths ahead now, chasing Annika.
She just hit the wall hard.
Yeah, Annika's also a bit wide there, but you're bouncing on the limiter.
Ladies are a bit all over the place. Let's go down the field and see.
Yeah, we're riding with Fruity Spine now, or gets a big drift on. And that's what you're talking about, going in a little bit slower than you think you have to, and actually trying to keep the car from having the big fishtail rally slides,
that is correct,
being the quicker way around. You could see both her and Mrs. Fanach lost about half a second on Annika just through that section. Mrs. M&M currently in fourth. Margot right behind her in the Honda, actually looking up the inside. Bit of a nudge on the wall there from Mrs. M&M. Straightening out. Here comes Spinnaker Floy. And I actually remember the GTSSA race here. I also hit that wall numerous times.
Spinnaker Floy also spun
yeah,
at the same spot.
The exact same reason. You take that jump and you really battle to get straight again.
Yeah, it actually sucks you into that wall, and there's an invisible corner that just stops you dead in your tracks there.
Yeah.
So we've got Annika that's got a 2.7 second lead over Mrs. Fanach. And the gap back to Fruity Spine in third is another 3 seconds. So the gap is more or less the same between the top three. And we've got a 6 second gap down to Margot in that NSX. Which doesn't seem to be that bad a car, although she's sliding it quite a bit.
Definitely. I'm just thinking this looks like so much fun. I know our next couple GTSA races are on the GR3 and GR4 cars, but we do have an M-class race for round 6. That might be interesting to play with on dirt, just to get all the guys watching there a bit nervous.
Annika she's flying up front. She's opened up that gap to 3.8 seconds now.
Definitely. Obviously, qualifying, Mrs. Fanach must have made a mistake because she was a fair amount quicker that time around than on her qualifying lap. But as we all know, anything can happen. Hit a curb, get stuck.
This is going to be an interesting race. We're going to have quite a bit of seesawing around, I believe.
Yeah. Mrs. Fanach hanging on nicely at the moment. Fruity Spine a further 2.7 back. Margot fourth place currently, 16 seconds off the lead, with Mrs. M&M 4 seconds behind, and Fanach Floy another 15 back. Got a few spinners towards the back end of the field.
They can actually make some of that space back.
I'm looking at the chat. JOO saying throwback to 2018 when we almost did a GR1 race here. Let the community choose, or hashtag let the community choose. Yeah, it was for anyone who doesn't know, we had a season where drivers could vote on options for track and car, and for some reason the community decided that they wanted to vote for GR1 at Fisherman's Ranch. Which one is impossible because they won't let you put dirt tires on those cars, but number two probably wouldn't have been the smartest idea either. So needless to say, we haven't had another voting season yet.
That can be interesting. We've got Mrs. Fanach that just went purple by 2 seconds, and then she hit the wall.
Yeah.
So she was on a roll.
Obviously, being the second lap, everyone is going to be going purple though.
Correct, yeah, sorry.
Purple.
Yeah, true. No argument from my side. I actually want to see how this looks on board with Anneke. How she handles the car from an inside view, onboard view.
Yeah, we've been riding on board with them for a while, so just going to the race camera view now, watching them take some of the jumps. I think that wall bump only cost Mrs. Finnick about half a second to 8/10, and the gap's fluctuating. It was almost 5, then it went down to 4.2, now it's back to 4.8, so it just depends who gets a little bit too much of a drift on the corner.
Yeah, no, like I say, if you can keep it nice and tidy, get your drive out of the corner, then you're going to be in the pound sheets.
Just as I take a big sip of coffee, I was watching Fruity Spine behind. She's keeping up with Mrs. Finnick, but it looks like she half spun and lost about 3 seconds there, so that's dropped her a little bit further back, obviously. Yeah, Annike's second lap was a 3 minutes 20, 3:22 from Mrs. Finnick.
I think that's just that she knocked the wall across the quite a bit. But I'll bet she'll get onto Annike's space in no time.
Yeah, I think that's one thing Annike's done really well in all these races, has been on the pace straight away. First 3-4 laps, or call it 5-6 minutes of a race, when she has been in the front, she's managed to pull a gap and then maintain it.
Yeah, no, true. She makes very little mistakes.
Oh, and there Mrs. Finnick caught the edge of that invisible corner, losing about 2 seconds.
Yeah, she hit the wall. Good thing damage not
actually, yeah, but more than 2 seconds, because her 5-second gap to Fruity's now 1.3. Obviously the acceleration at that point must have been also quite fast section.
The gap to Fruity Spine is now less than a second, so I bet you Fruity Spine took notice of that and set some straight.
Yeah, she's currently 2/10 up on that 3 minute 20 that Anneke did just now.
I must say, give it to these ladies, they are sliding these cars in a beautiful fashion.
Definitely, I see the gap to MBLB from Fruity Spine sitting at 15 seconds, so it has stabilized to a degree. Obviously Margot must be getting warmed up and to grips with the car. Just looking at the comments, JWO again, that slide was very fruity, and then also the hero shot, just watching her through some of these corners, staying out wide with it on full Ken block mode.
Okay. We've got Margot, which is like 29 seconds behind Anneke. Mrs. M&M, which is 33 seconds behind the lead, and Philippa Floyd had a couple of incidents. She's more than a minute behind, unfortunately. See if she can find her way back up to the guys in front.
Yeah, I'm just running on board with Anneke, and she was 2.4 seconds up currently on her second lap, looking to match her 3:18 from qualifying.
If she's 2.5 seconds up, she's going to be on 18.0.
Yeah. Yeah. Just ran down through the field. Mrs. Yeah, Mrs. Finnick currently on board with, not on board with, just ahead of Fruity Spine. Then that gap's opened up a little bit further to 19 seconds to Margot. This lovely long corner once you take the jump. I'll just ride on board a little bit with the 4th, 5th and 6th place drivers for a while. Margot getting some big air. She's 5 seconds ahead of Mrs. M&M.
I've never really driven the NSX on the dirt before. I don't know how the handling of the car is, although I think it can be quite nimble.
Yeah, I think I've got about 8 of them, and I don't think I've driven any of them anywhere.
I don't even know if I have an NSX rally car. Oh, and she hit the wall hard.
Yeah, Mrs. Eminem and Margot both doing 28s last time around. Their best laps of the race, so they're steadily increasing the pace.
They're getting to grips with the car, yeah. Margot has done a 28 as well. Fruity Spine is on the 319.6. That's about 1.5 seconds off Anneka's quickest lap, which is not bad.
Not on a long lap like this.
Not on a long lap like that, not bad.
It's like being 7/10 off on a normal length track.
Ooh, Mrs. Vinnig made a mistake, and Fruity Spine is on her. They just went side by side to the 2 corners there.
Yeah, just jump back to them quickly. But yeah, they're having a good battle out there. Obviously the closest race on track at the moment. Each have made a few little mistakes that cost them 2-3 seconds, and then the other replies, so it keeps bringing them back together and back apart, but giving us a great show here. Mrs. Vinnig currently on a personal best pace. Fruity Spine definitely wants to get that second place from her, though. She's not giving up.
She's pushing Mrs. Vinnig very hard for that second place spot.
Yeah.
Let's see what else goes on here. Mrs. Eminem is running 4 seconds behind Margot. And then Vinnig Floy is 40 seconds behind Eminem. So she's sprung a little bit the last lap. Well, she's getting quicker. The last lap was a 3 minute 38 second lap. Second lap was a 3 minute 44. So she's getting quicker as the race progresses, which is good to see. Obviously, we don't have any fuel and tyre wear tonight, so it's just balls to the walls.
Yeah, that shows how little I've done on lobby with this. I actually went to look for a bit of fuel or tyre wear settings, and then realised that they won't let you do it in the game, which is a bit strange, similar to the go-karts. But just watching
no
on
tyre wear on the dirt track.
Yeah, they won't let you set tyre wear or BOP as soon as you put the car on here. So we did get all the ladies to make sure their cars were at 100% on power and weight. And if you look at the standard figures on the cars, they're all pretty similar anyway. So BOP, I guess, isn't really needed. About 150 pounds difference across the range and 20 horsepower. You can see most of them ended up picking the same car.
I must admit, this Peugeot Pikes Peak is quite a powerful car, and it's got all that aero to help it out.
Yeah, they're all around 2,800 pounds and about 500 to 530 horsepower.
Yeah, but the Peugeot's got that massive wing which is going to help with corner speed. I am very impressed with Fruity Spine, the way she's hanging on to Mrs. Vinnig at the moment in the Scooby.
Yeah, I remember they did, or actually, sorry, it wasn't Mrs. Vinnig, it was Mrs. Eminem, that Fruity was behind and just ahead of the whole of the last race. AR Outlaw having a spin up front. I just saw a yellow flag, so she was 16 seconds ahead. Let's see how...
She's still 16 seconds ahead. Maybe she just ran into the wall or something, but...
Yeah, now the others have reached the same point, down to 12 seconds, so only a minor incident there. Her first one cost her about 4 seconds.
She did a 3:17.4, so she's getting to know the track and car combo quite well.
Yeah.
Makes another mistake, runs into the outside onto the barriers. It's going to cost a little bit of time as well. We'll check the timing screens and let you know. So that's probably a good 1 to 2 second mistake right there.
There you go.
Yeah. 11.4, so it came down another 2 seconds.
Well, that's the thing. If you can run the whole race at the pace of front three are running and make no mistakes, you're definitely going to get a bit of benefit from that.
Definitely.
I see Mrs. Finnick was a 3:21 last time around, and Fruity also 3:21 with her previous lap being a 3:19. So about 2 to 4 seconds off AR Outlaw's pace, but if they run a clean and she makes a couple more small errors, obviously that could close it back up.
Well, I think that's where the difference lies, Stephen, is Margot made very few mistakes. She made 2 in the last lap. Annika, sorry, she made 3 in the last, 2 to 3 in the last lap, which costed about 7 seconds overall. Where Mrs. Finnick and Fruity Spine made a few more errors, which cost them quite a bit of time, and I think that's where the 3 minute 20 second lap times are coming from, more from mistakes than anything else. I would actually love to see their lap times if they can actually run a clean lap. I think it will be more or less similar to what Anneke is doing. But,
definitely.
They just pushing a little bit harder because they're fighting each other, and then obviously the mistakes creep in.
Definitely, just running on board or watching Mrs. Finnick at the moment. She's 4.2 behind Margot, coming up to the big jump. Daniel.
Well, Mrs. Finnick just went purple in the first sector, so she definitely got some pace. Need to keep a lap time together.
It's a pity we can't see the optimum laps for second and third place.
Oh, Fruity Spine spun it. She lost a lot of time now. She went into the wall and spun it around. She's lost 5 seconds to Mrs. Finnick. That cost her dearly.
Yeah, but she also had that on lap 1 or 2, and then Mrs. Finnick made a mistake and caught back up. So
yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, I do believe Mrs. Finnick has got into a stride. I think the mistakes are not going to be as frequent. But, hopefully Fruity Spine can catch up again.
Definitely. I see in the comments JOO saying check Annika about to open the turbo now. Nice consistent laps from Mrs. Finnick after the first one. 3:22, 22, 21, 22. She's currently 1/10 down on her best lap halfway through this one. Manages to miss the little wall that sticks out after the jump. Looks like Floy might have clipped it because she was ghosted on the side.
Motec exhausted. Somebody's been watching Fast and the Furious. Chip tuning, saying in the comments, don't let us distract you from the fact that Outlaw is running a spoon engine, and on top of that she's just bought, she can't actually see what it says on the complete message, but basically it says she bought a P66 turbo Motec exhaust.
Yeah, and she just went into AM chip tuning. Yeah, the rest of it's cut off. You have to do it in 2 messages next time, Mr. ATM.
So we've got Mrs. Finnick 18 seconds behind Anneke, with Fruity Spine now 5.7 seconds back. So she has pulled back 1 second on Mrs. Finnick.
Last time around, Mrs. AR Outlaws 66 was back into the 17s, 17.8 last time around, so pulled 5 seconds from Mrs. Finnick over the course of the lap. Annalise doing a 23:22 again. And
Eminem is 2.5 seconds behind Margot, so we'll keep an eye on that gap. It is closing a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, the Scandinavian flick that Margot just used to through to the corner. It looks fantastic.
We're running on board inside with Mrs. Eminem. Margot clipping the wall ahead, losing a few tenths there. About a second overall. But yeah, it's a nice close battle. Last time around, Mrs. Eminem did a 27.4, her fastest lap of the race. Margot 29, so 2 seconds faster. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a battle here.
Eminem's got the gap down to less than a second.
Yeah.
Heating up for 4th place.
That's the next question. They're not used to passing on the dirt. You can't just brake and go up the inside.
That's not the simple, yeah. We'll see how it goes. It's down to 6/10 of a second now, so Mrs. Vinnig is definitely putting the pressure on Margot for that 4th position. She's gone down to Vinnig Floyd at the back. She is running 3:44s. So constantly in the 44s, fastest lap with the 3:38 on lap 3. So you've got a little bit of time to find still. British Spine is now 1.3 seconds behind Mrs. Vinnig again. So that gap has come down a lot in the last half a lap or so.
Yeah, Mrs. Vinnig must have clipped a wall somewhere as Margot does a full drift and just keeps her back of her car off the fence. Watching the two of them at the moment, the closest battle, maybe just keep an eye on 2nd and 3rd and let us know if it gets a bit closer.
I am letting you know. Mrs. Vinnig almost spun it into the wall. She's a little bit ragged, but Fruity Spun is just behind her on a 0.6 second deficit. So it's getting close for 2nd as well.
Just switch to that battle quickly for a few moments. I see Mrs. Eminem's dropped to 2 seconds behind Margot. I think
battle at the moment is for 2nd. Oh, and there goes Fruity Spine, spun it again. Oh no. Pushed it into the wall and it grabbed her, swung her around.
Yeah, that's what happened early on as well. That half spin getting stuck, and it's cost her about 7 seconds.
We're on the last lap. Let's see if she can actually get back onto the tail of Mrs. Vinnig. That cost her dearly, shame. Margot obviously running, Annika running away with it, 30 seconds gap to Mrs. Vinnig. She got into the 3:16, Stephen, so she is flying.
Yeah. After that little one rough lap that she had, she obviously put her head down, like JOO said, spooled the tow up, running her AM chip tuning, and just pulled a big gap. On the last lap, just started for our 4th and 5th place battle.
That's about a 1.5 seconds at the moment.
Anton says she pulled the gap after he shouted at her.
Got her focused. Let's see this battle between Margot and Mr. Eminem. 1.6 seconds still. She's going to go to Anneke and see how far she's into the lap. She's at 2 minutes 15, so she's got another minute left on this lap to the end of the race. She's got a commanding lead now, 32 seconds ahead of Finna.
What is the finishing time set to on the lobby?
1:20 seconds.
Okay, so they should get a chance to finish.
No, Finna Floyd won't make it, unfortunately. She's almost 3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
But Mrs. Eminem is 1 minute 24 seconds, so she'll make it still.
No.
We are at 3 minutes now, so another 20 seconds and Anneke will cross the finish line.
Yeah, she's just coming to the last hairpin. We've got ATM chatting to Mr. Repsol Racing himself. Anneke doing the Repsol family tradition of winning another race. AR Outlaws with the S66, definitely very few mistakes, very quick. Got Mrs. Finnick 10 seconds ahead of Fruity Spine. Now into the last final hairpin, 2-3 corners from home.
Maybe we should challenge these ladies for a 2-lapper at the end of the race. What do you think?
Right. I'm horrible at this.
It's so much fun.
And I'm on the controller. I reckon you can have a one-on-one, one-lap race against Anneke and anyone else who wants to join. Fruity Spine finishing in 3rd place. We got Mrs. Eminem's was right behind Marga, but she's dropped 6 seconds, so she must have had a slight incident on this last lap. Watching that.
She's at the last hairpin now, 3 laps, 3 corners to go, then she's going to finish the race.
Yeah, I'm sure. Not the closest, something different, but I'm sure Margot will be happy with the 4th place. 1:28, her best lap last time around.
Okay, Mrs. Eminem crossed the line just now.
Yeah.
3:31, and then Vanessa Floyd
will take 6.
She's 3 minutes back, so she unfortunately won't cross the finish line.
00 says she did a 3:16, ain't no one's challenging her, not even me. Mr. Arrive and Driver himself.
She drove so well tonight. 2 little mistakes, maybe 3 little mistakes. Minimize the time loss, and every time getting back into the groove and pulling out.
Definitely. I think just while we're watching the victory celebrations, thanks to TGN Racing Simulators and Trackart for sponsoring season 1 of the GTSSA League of Ladies. Mr. Stain, anything else?
Well, it's unfortunately that we couldn't have a full team tonight. We've got some racers down with some illness. So hopefully they'll return quite soon. Considering the ladies has never done this type of racing, they actually did very well. It was very entertaining to watch, and the way these cars slide, you can't get better racing than that. Also.
Definitely. So you're going to jump on for a quick 1-lapper if any of the ladies are keen?
Quiet. Let's see how I do. I haven't driven this track in such a long time.
Definitely. I think
grab my traction control, switch it off. Lights on.
You're the host, so you're going to have to change the settings very quickly.
No
rather than letting our victorious lady and the other 2, Mrs. Finnick and Mrs. Eminem, go and relax, you're going to make them work harder.
There you go. 2 laps or 1 lap? Even? What do you suggest?
Will be nice. You can have 2.
Okay, thank you.
Connie always says if Stain loses, Stainer's going to lose. What was a Kyoto that we did in the Law Toyota? Annika kicked everyone's ass there a couple times as well.
Yeah, and we were actually pushing. We couldn't even match it at the pace. So
yeah,
was flying there.
Yeah, you and Mr. Pace starting at the back wasn't the best idea, but even then your lap times were only, I think your best lap on the second race was about half a second quicker, but you're never going to catch him first time up.
No. Actually, yeah, we just went quicker on lap time, but starting from the back, we could never catch up.
Yeah, and you got penalties for cutting the chicane. Yeah, so that.
Alright, well, if everybody's ready, then I can get this race going. I don't want to do a complete lap. Actually, keep it a surprise for myself.
Okay, so you go for it.
Let's go ahead.
Stainer's jumping in for a quick 2-lap race, Carl. Ready to have his butt whooped against the ladies if he doesn't crash into all of them.
Let's see how it goes. Alright. Good woman.
I reckon Mrs. Finnick's also going to kick your butt, and Mrs. M&M.
Well, let's see how it goes. I must just try my best.
Yeah, I see you made sure he's not starting at the back this time. That's a joke. Don't slow down. I want to see if you can hold on to Mrs. Outlaw here.
Let's see.
You got Mrs. Finnick there, C8 on C8 violence.
I think she's crossed at me because I gave her slack because she had a knee replacement surgery. So she just kind of kicked me there.
I'm just seeing that time gap growing there. Stain, what's happening?
So fighting my feet.
The bottom of your legs.
Well, I hope it's my power settings, but I didn't put it up on 100%. Right?
Kyle in the comments says Annika's definitely driving because Anton would have binned it by now.
Wrong way.
Welcome to the chat, Margo. Good race there. ATM chip tuning says he's going to give you a hand with your Honda. Sort that VTEC out. Annika goes ahead the line 3.9 seconds after the first lap. We've not even finished the first lap yet. Stain getting caught out by the jumper death, and that's race over.
Ah, it's gone.
It's now a 7-second gap, 8 seconds. Mario, give us your thoughts on your race tonight in the chat. Tell us how you enjoyed some rally, and should we do more rally, less rally? Kyle wants to know if Anton's driving for Stain.
I think he must still do better than what I'm doing at the moment.
Looks like it's all over. Annika coming up, taking the 2-lap win, taking the 320, sorry. I forget how long this lap is here. Taking the first lap with a 10-second win. So all you need to do, Stain, is a 306 this time around.
I'm just getting to know the combo here.
Riding on board with Mrs. Eminem at the moment. We can just catch glimpses of Stain there ahead, and she's got Mrs. Finnick right behind her. Mrs. Finnick looking for the inside line. Nice work. See, you lost about 2 seconds of your 10-second gap there. Stain,
I lead the wall.
Mrs. Finnick and Mrs. Eminem having a little battle. Mrs. Finnick managing to get past. Denise going back up the inside on the cutback. There we go. This little snaky section is very different, technical. Yeah, I know you were saying you're 10 seconds, but it's looking like it's about 14 or 15 now.
It's hard work.
I think I definitely must have a dirt race in GTSA sometime, but I'll definitely make sure Annika's not in my pool for that race.
Couldn't even close the gap.
There's another checkered flag for AR Outlaw 66. Currently a long wait for Stain. But
I'm going to put my PlayStation up for sale after this race.
3:25 on the second lap. To be fair though, after 3-4 days practice, you possibly would be able to improve that as well.
No, true, definitely. But I mean, the idea is not to beat them, it's to have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
But I enjoy these kind of races. I love the dirt races.
Awesome.
So much fun.
Great stuff. Well done again to everyone who took part tonight. Thanks to Mr. Stain for joining us and giving us a display on how not to win a race.
How not to do rally. Yeah, no, thanks guys for signing in, all the viewers, our sponsors again, Track Art, and the other one, Stephen?
TGN Racing Simulators.
TGN Racing, yeah, thank you so much guys for being on board, and yeah, ladies, great racing, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, that's, I think, a wrap, everyone. Have a good weekend, and the Combo 4 GTSA round 4 should be out by tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, great stuff. Stephen, thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for joining me, Stan.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes, guys, I'm just going to save the replay in case somebody needs it. Oh, it's the other race I went to.